What's up, everybody? Welcome into another episode of the WolfPack Fantasy Football Podcast. I'm your host, Dylan Clemens. Here with me, as always, are my two co-hosts, Michael Plant and Ike Bonney. And we are doing our fourth installment of our Old Faces at New Places series we're doing on the Fantasy Six-Pack episode. This time, we're talking tight ends, guys. But before we jump right into that, I want to remind you to please hit that like button. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate it. Smash that bell for notifications so you know when a new video drops, all that good jazz. And then head on over to fantasysixpack.net/plans and check out those memberships where we got award-winning rankings. We have Discord over there going on, so you get direct access to all of our Fantasy Six-Pack staff. That's really the best part, guys. So head on over there, check that out, and join us in the fantasy football discussion. But without further ado, let's just jump right into the tight ends, guys, and there's a ton of them. Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah.
But the big name here, we
got
got
the worst one.
Oh, we're going to start with Darren Waller. So that's
good call.
Yeah,
good call.
But he's leaving Vegas, and he's heading over to New Jersey.
To be completely clear, he had no say in the
Giants.
matter. He had no say in the matter. He got traded.
New York.
Yep. So I'm just going to preface the question this way. Is it, once again, Travis Kelce, Mark Andrews, and then Darren Waller? Or is it need to be ranked someplace else?
Hawkinson's got to be 3, right?
That's what I asked you the question.
Okay, can I ask you the question then? Where do you think he's going to be?
Do you want to host the show or? Me personally,
I just told you Hawkinson's going to be 3, and then do you think he's going to be 3?
I would probably rather have TJ Hawkinson than Darren Waller. Sure.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, the injury thing is more what Darren.
What about
Waller
Kyle Pitts?
No, I'm good.
Yeah. I'm good.
Really?
I'm good. I'm just good.
Saying Darren Waller of the Pittman, huh?
I'd take Pitts over Waller.
Same.
Everybody at home, Dylan is still hurting from last year with the Pitts fiasco.
I'm fine with Kyle Pitts. Could be like tight end 6, I think, somewhere around there.
Which is probably better than what Waller will finish.
Yeah, you think Darren Waller could be a top 5 tight end then?
Darren Waller, absolutely. I think he's another guy who could lead this team in targets, right?
Yes, I give you that argument. He definitely can lead this team in targets. I mean, the Giants made a smart move here in a year where the free agent market, for wide receivers was just garbage. And if you didn't know that already, go check out our wide receiver free agency video that we put up before.
Started with Odell.
It's fun.
Played in 2 years.
It's a fun watch, but yeah, the receivers are garbage for this class. So, I mean, they went out and they did a smart move. They went out and got the best player they could find and as a pass catcher, and that was Darren Waller. So
I expect them to draft one too.
A tight end or a wide receiver?
Wide receiver.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they do go a tight end because of the tight end class coming out of the rookies.
Okay, get all the tight ends, guys.
But yeah, Darren Waller could definitely lead this team in targets, and I do like that as kind of a sneaky tight end. Because as we all know, tight ends suck. The next tight end we talk about, he's probably going in the same range as Darren Waller. I'm guessing, Dylan.
No, he's not.
No,
Waller is going at tight end 79 overall.
I would take that. I mean,
I don't think it's bad either.
You're drafting him at his ceiling, though.
Really, you don't think he can get higher than tight end 7? So the 6 tight ends that are ahead of him, I'll list you. We're going off best ball consensus over on Fantasy Pros right now, guys. Because that's all that's drafting right now. We got Travis Kelce, we got Mark Andrews 2nd, we got TJ Hawkinson 3, we got George Kittle 4.
More touchdown upside.
We got Kyle Pitts 5, and we got Dallas Goedert 6, and then we got Darren Waller.
I'd put Goddard 5.
And Kyle Pitts 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably do that.
And then we got Evan Ingram 8, Pat Freiermuth 9th, David Njoku 10, and then our guy Dalton Schultz.
You're just drafting him at his ceiling. That's the only thing I think is with Darren Waller, because I do think he can lead the team in targets.
That's why I think he could sneak into a top 5 tight end once again.
I just don't think it'd be top 5 because you need the touchdowns to be top 5.
I don't think Freiermuth should
be. Who else
is
catching him though, Mike? There, who else is catching him?
Well, here's the
Flowers is tiny ass when they draft him.
Maybe they'll do what they did last year. Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley in the red zone.
Yeah, he could be.
It's gonna be Quentin Johnson going there. Johnston.
That wouldn't be a bad get. They do need a big physical guy to replace Kenny Galladay that they wasted so much money on.
He might stink, guys.
He might. Very much.
Yeah, that's in the realm of possibility that Quentin Johnson just might stink, but I get the allure of him as well.
I just it's a buyer beware here because the risk isn't baked in with the ADP because we know what Darren Waller can do when healthy, but that's the thing the past couple of years is he hasn't been able to stay healthy.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing is with that ADP is just you don't know with the health. So if you think he'll be healthy, you're drafting him at a ceiling and that's a good get. Especially for tight ends. But if you don't think he can be healthy, kind of just stay away from him.
I disagree that we're drafting him at his ceiling, but we can agree to disagree and move on here. We can move on to the next.
Tight ends are also shit to predict. So
yes,
good luck to anybody that they don't believe them if they say they do.
Let's talk Dalton Schultz, who got a lot of hype heading into last season, and he pretty much disappointed, guys. He's leaving Dallas, going into a much worse offense. And then the Houston Texans. We're not sure who their quarterback is. Davis Mills, maybe.
Funny
they
thing
draft
is,
Will Levis. Go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. You say he disappoints, but he still finished as tight end 10, which is still a tight end 1.
Yeah, but he wasn't he around?
But the previous year is tight end.
He was like tight end 5 or 6
but
last year heading into the season.
That's what I get at. Is this, we have to do this because you have to play a tight end here, guys. But just take it with a grain of salt with what we get from these guys, especially going into new places.
But let's be fair. Dalton Schultz he's going as tight end 11 in best ball stuff. He is my later tight end that I'm going to target if I punt the position. Why not? Like we talked, Darren Waller, Dalton Schultz is another guy who could lead this team in targets. He's battling against Nico Collins,
Robert Woods,
John
They'd probably take him over
back healthy. Yeah, I think I would. Yeah, what? That's a no-brainer for me. Like that offense isn't good either.
I wouldn't go any higher than.
There's no ceiling for Pat Freiermuth.
I think the offense is better for the Steelers
Allen Robinson
this year
going
than
there.
Yeah,
he's the Reds. Yeah, Mike, I agree to an extent, but there's a lot more mouths to feed in that Steelers offense now.
Agreed.
Dalton might be getting double teamed in Houston now, though.
They're not going to use that wasted on Dalton Schultz, I don't think.
I don't think there's anybody on Houston they need to double team.
Hopefully Houston drafts JSN in the first round. See, and that gives the quarterback a weapon, but even that's tough because he's more of a slot guy, and that might take away targets in the middle of the field for Dalton Schultz. But so now I'm kind of running in circles here, but I'm still in.
Talk yourself out of it. We'll listen.
I don't want to talk myself out of it.
You can't take him over the Dallas Goddard.
Let me put it this way. And I think you'll agree. I would take Dalton Schultz over everybody else we're about to talk about next.
Yeah, I agree.
Without a doubt.
I think he's sitting in a good spot at tight end 11, right behind Njoku. He should, like Ike said, he should probably be ahead of Freiermuth. So I guess it's not in the right spot. But I think he's going in a solid spot, and I would target him because the guys going after Dawson Knox don't want him over him. Cole Kmet, no.
Who's going tight end 9 right now?
Pat is, and then Njoku. I'd probably rather have Njoku than Schultz. I'd be okay with that.
I think I'd rather have Njoku over Pat, too.
Yeah.
Pat Freiermuth should be knocked down a bit.
I would as well. And then the last of these guys, man, they're just kind of throw your hands up, maybe. Hayden Hurst leaving the Bengals, going to the Panthers.
This one's intriguing though because
I don't mind that.
It's speculation, but they're going to get a rookie quarterback. What do rookie quarterbacks do? They throw to the tight ends. I mean, it's
the same argument for what Dylan was saying for Dalton Schultz then too. They're gonna get rookie quarterbacks.
If they do, because there's a lot of speculation that Houston's not even gonna get a quarterback now. That's the only thing.
Let's see. Yeah, it could be Will Levis.
Like,
if Irv Smith stays healthy, him in Cincinnati is not bad.
Because the whole thing here is right now I'm kind of going off the rails a little bit, but the thing is with Houston is they love Bryce Young. If Carolina, in fact, gets Bryce Young, they might just say, you know what, punt it. We'll get, 2
Caleb next year.
Piece. Yeah, exactly. We got the Browns pick next year. We're loaded up. We can trade, up to go get Caleb Williams next year. So if they don't get the guy they love, which apparently is Bryce Young, and this is why there was a bunch of smokescreen with the Carolina Panthers, CJ Stroud, Bryce Young or whatnot. And I think the reason why now is they do like Bryce Young, but the only part of the reason why they came out now is so that Houston knows that, hey, we're taking Bryce Young. Mm-hmm. But that's the thing is RPO systems do favor the tight end. So Hayden Hurst is a little bit intriguing, deep, past even Dalton Schultz. But I mean, that's probably the last guy I'm touching.
Sure. And then, Ike, you did bring up Irv Smith leaving Minnesota, going to the Bengals to take
Hayden
Hurst's
starter.
spot.
That's weird.
Does that intrigue you there? Or is this one of the landing spots for one of? Is this one of the landing spots for the tight ends in the deep tight end?
For some reason, it feels like a Michael Mayer going to Bengals type of pick.
I don't know if Michael Mayer falls to the Bengals pick, man. To 31.
It'd be perfect for them because he's the best run blocking tight end of all of them.
Right,
and they like to run and they can also catch and all that stuff. So
go check out Jordan Schultz. He does our dynasty content, and I know he's going to come out with our the tight end stuff here soon. But Michael Mayer is probably the most complete NFL tight end. He's probably going to be the first one drafted off of the board. I wouldn't be shocked even if the Packers get him in the spot they're at 15. I think they are. I wouldn't see. Here's the thing. I would love like a Dalton Kincaid going.
Yeah,
here.
He's going to be more like a slot guy.
Maybe a Darnell Washington.
He can't block worth a lick.
No, they need blockers in Cincy.
Darnell Washington here because Darnell Washington can block. He can learn and sit behind Irv Smith and then eventually replace him. The tight end from Georgia.
You mean replace him once Irv Smith gets hurt after 2 weeks?
Fair enough.
Come on, give me Irv. But we got the last two guys we got here. Austin Hooper leaving Tennessee, I think, going to Vegas. Who really cares here?
Yeah, he was in Tennessee.
And then
he's the starter apparently, or whatever.
And the last one we got is Mike Gesicki leaving the Dolphins, going to the Patriots, duke it out with
backup Hunter Henry
targets over there. So maybe he'll catch some touchdowns. They're doing some weird stuff with tight ends there all the time. So,
all the time.
They're trying to recreate magic that they had 10 years ago. That's not going to happen.
Yeah, with players that aren't even the same.
Yeah. It's weird, too, because Jonnu Smith was the blocker. And if Gesicki's taking his spot, that doesn't make a whole lot of sense because Gesicki's not a good blocker either.
Unless they're going to put Gesicki in the slot.
I mean, to be fair,
they just signed Juju.
We know what Gesicki can do. He has had some tight end one finishes here. When
we also know what he can't do, Michael Plan. That's gritty.
I was going to say.
Gritty and block.
That's grittier on the block, bro.
I don't know. It's sneaky here because I think Gesicki will be a touchdown dependent guy here, but it wouldn't shock me as him getting those 2 touchdown weeks and kind of vulturing Hunter Henry a little bit.
8 touchdowns this season.
Yeah, well, because here's the thing,
like
but Gesicki, he got put to the side last year in Miami because they had Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah,
they didn't need him.
He still caught some touchdowns.
They don't need,
but they didn't need him.
You're right. He probably caught. I don't have his stats pulled up, but he probably caught 6 to 8 touchdowns last year. It's gonna be something annoyingly stupid.
All on the goal line, pretty much.
Yeah.
But I mean, so if he goes to New England, where literally his receivers is Juju Smith-Schuster, Devontae Parker, Hunter Henry, I like him. He's a little intriguing this year. But yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, he's not gonna have a lot. He's not gonna be 1,000-yard tight end, no chance. But I wouldn't be shocked if he has 10 touchdowns because they might utilize him as a red zone threat because he's one of those bigger guys like a Devontae Parker.
Yep. But all right, guys, that's enough tight end talk. That wraps up our Old Faces and New Places series, guys, here on the YouTube channel. We appreciate you listening in. If you haven't already, please smash the like button. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. We appreciate it. Hit the notifications bell and get notified when Joe Bond and AJ Epgarth go live to do our NFL draft show on Thursday. Guys, it's the perfect second screen experience. Us 3 are going to be on it at different times. There's going to be a lot bigger name guests on it. I don't have the list in front of me, but you'll just have to tune in and find out. It'll be a good time. So we'll be back here probably within the next few weeks talking about who knows, but we'll be talking fantasy football, guys. So, but until then, you guys got anything else to add before we head on out of here?
No. Looking forward to doing some
Mega Plant's an idiot for thinking Odell sucks at route running.
This is the
Oh,
tight
that's
end
it.
video.
That, first of all, that's a different video.
That's what I still remember.
If you guys are curious what the hell he's talking about, because most of the time we are too.
I'm
go to the
making
wide
it so
receiver
they
video.
have to watch it in order. It's a continuous episode thing, so this
Yeah,
has to be watched last. So you get the whole gist of it.
Yeah, go check out the wide receiver one where I think in quote Ike tells Michael Platt, "You literally have no idea what you're talking about." So, but we'll end it with that, guys. So for Mike and Ike, I'm Dylan. We'll talk to you guys next time.
Bye-bye.
Adios.